he explicitly said that debate is good for education. That's our own impact. It causes the advocate skills, and it's good for training out of shock for oppression. This was key to see by the true again, the critique cannot solve for this because it tells us to get out of debate. The case says that you should not work in the institutions of debate, which means that the critique cannot solve for it, and this is a dissent to the alternative because it said we should not do these the process of conscientization in debate. We say it's good because it allows us to grow education and keep the institution of debate alive, which the own negative says is good for education. Now their topical version of the argument is a new one that was made in the 2 and R. Also, it doesn't solve, does not mean that the link argument is taken out because we can still bring down the traditional notions of debate, now the critique proper. Either the permutation solved because the judge, the alternative is the judge rejecting individual, which is conscientization, or they do not solve for any of the case. First is that the 2 and R says that the negative speaking for all. The first is the no-link argument that we are speaking for ourselves on the behalf of me and Michael as our Korean identity. We use it to how we relate to the topic, how we relate to the Mexico. All our concepts generally talk about Asian Americans or how we relate to our identity, which is still a process of conscientization. This is impacted by the credential card. Says if we do not speak for other, the alternative is staying silent on the other. Now let's talk about the historicity of slavery in Mexico, or talk about the myth of a monomer in the United States. That makes silence to makes whiteness the unassuming norm in the status quo and just perpetuates the impacts of the 180, which means that the alternative net worse than the case. Now he said that white males cannot understand Asians, and Asian that causes more psychological. The ballot does not matter if the rule of the ballot is who the better debate. As long as the process of conscientization is able to solve that internal process, is able to resolve that psychological violence. Also, you do not become complicit in this psychological violence because you are saying you are referring a process of conscientization is a good one. You may not yourself not go through one, but however you are saying that we should reject the myth of the mono-minority, which the 2 and R has also said already. They say we appeal to the racist institutions. However, if we do not engage in the racist institution, how will we be able to change the racist institution? The alternative to that is not engaging at all and leaving debate a racist society, which we say is a bad one impacted by the framework flow. They say LB equals spillover and cheap for representational politics. This is not representational politics. Our own internal epistemic growth. They have no game on why me and Michael learning about our Asian history, learning about how the myth of mono-minority affects ourselves is a bad one, and why conscientization wouldn't be able to solve for the impact. The element postal card was internal defense, not the critique identity. We did not critique identity policing. We don't force conscientization or our own personal narratives onto it. It's a way we relate to the topic and internal process. Since conscientization would be a different process for everyone, it means that coalitions are still possible and does not impact the permutation debate. First, the alternative is conscientization. If you are taking your views outside of debate and changing how you think, that is an epistemic growth. That is conscientization, which means it's not mutually exclusive with the affirmative. Also, the permutation was a secret. The 1AC was the decoy. So all the links about visibility and stuff do not make sense in the context where the 1AC was its decoy and the permutation is a secret one where we are able to solve. You have no game on the permutation because there's no link. We do not because we still use our process of conscientization as an internal. They say that you can still talk to others outside the.
You can't talk to others outside because Osajima says conscientization.
Osajima says conscientization is an internally academic experience specific that happens in debate. Debate is critical to that. Our framework is an advantage to that.
We don't link to the history arguments either.
We don't link to the history argument because that's how we relate to the topic. Conscientization resolves those impacts. Good bit.